Bonita's Kitchen, and what I'm going to be making for you today is layered lemon cake with Nutriwhip frosting. Okay, so we'll get started. Is a package of store-bought cake, and there's lemon cake. You pour it into your bowl, and of course you follow the directions on your box, but I'll just tell you as it goes. So we got the full package. We're going to go 2 eggs. You can just put it directly into your package, that's fine, right into the bowl. So 2 eggs. And we're going to go 1/4 cup of oil. Go vegetable oil is good. And 1 cup of cold water. So we're going to start mixing on this there now until it's nice and creamy. Okay, so you're going to continue mixing until it's all combined. So I'm going to take my whisk out of there now, just put it to the side. And what you're going to need to do now, you can either use one spring pan like I got there with the lock on the side. I got a little bit of parchment paper into the bottom. I did grease the bottom as well, just in case some of it goes around. We're going to grease around the pan so that your cake will come out nice. And then I'm going to pour all of the cake mix into this pan now until it's full. Like I said, you can use 2 round pans or one of these spring release pans. I like using these because it's easier to take your cake mix out of it. So again, continue cleaning out your bowl till all the cake mix is removed. So now what we're going to do, we're going to place this in your oven, preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and we're going to put it in there for 30 to 40 minutes or until golden brown, depending on your oven. So after I put this into the oven, we're going to go back to the stove top and we're going to start making our lemon crystals so as we can put it into the layers. Okay, so while we're waiting for our cake to finish baking, we're going to make our lemon filling. So I'm using store-bought again. I'm using the Sheriff store-bought filling. So you're going to put 1 packet into your dipper, and we're going to put 1/3 cup of cold water, and we're going to put 2 egg yolks. So you need to separate your white from your egg yolk. So again, there's a little trick to it. You just slowly release it, and we're going to slowly just dance it back and forth like that until it all comes out. So then you just got the yolk. You put that into your dipper, and we need 2 egg yolks put into the dipper. So 1 more egg yolk, and you can just keep your egg white aside. If you were making meringue, you'd be able to use that, but if you haven't, just leave it, and you could use it another time making an omelette or something. So you stir all this together. Now what we're going to do, we're going to add 2 cups of boiling water to this mixture. Looks something like this. So it's 2 cups of boiling water. So I boiled the kettle so I make sure that it was boiled. So you pour that into your mixture. So now what you're going to do here, you're going to almost babysit this because you don't want it to burn to the bottom. I got it on medium heat. It'll take about probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes to all start to work together. So occasionally stirring until you see it thickening and it'll start releasing bubbles. Okay, so you're going to continue stirring until you start seeing the bubbles like this, and then once you see that, we're going to move it from the heat. Just keep stirring, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoonful of butter and mix that into it, and then just set aside for about 5 minutes. And when we prepare the cake, I'll show you how to layer the lemon onto the cake. Okay, so I'm going to just put this to the side now. Okay, our cake is baked now. Our lemon is done and our cake is baked, so I'm going to take it out of the oven and place it here on this rack. Okay, I'm just going to put a knife in the middle, come out nice and clean, so that's done. Now I'm going to unlock my cake. I'm going to let it cool a little bit before I start to cut in through the middle. So if you're using a locked pan, unlock it just to release it from the sides. Leave it for a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes, before you take the top off. Okay, now I'm going to remove the top or the sides. Just going to put this out of the way. Now our next step would be, we need to take some thread and just go, I'm calling it an arm length, but really it's 2 arm lengths, because you're going to open up your arms like this and have it where it's extended, because this is what we're going to use to cut the cake in the middle. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is make a little flip of this cake. This is pretty hot still, and I'm going to put it over onto my plate. I'm going to tip it upside down and over. Don't mind if anything falls off, because like you said, you're going to be putting a whipped cream over it. Now I'm going to take my parchment paper off the bottom. So you're going to put your thread on the outside of your cake, and you're going to gradually saw it back and forth, back and forth. You're going to keep going like this until it's all the way through. Don't pull it. If you pull it, you're going to break some of your cake off. So just until it gets to the end. Okay, so this is the fun part. Now we're going to try to take this layer off without breaking it. Use the bottom of your pan. I'm going to keep it on that for now. So this is the middle of your cake, and this is the top part. So what we're going to do now, we're going to scoop some lemon in the middle. I'm not going to say use half, because it might be too much. You may not use all of this lemon, the full pack, but that's okay. I'm sure you can come up with something else that you would use it for. Also, don't worry about if it goes down over the cake. That'll only just give it a little bit of character. We're going to be putting Nutriwhip over it once it's fully cool, and I'll show you how to make that. So that's that layer done. Okay, so we're going to take the top part of your cake now, and we're going to put this on top of your lemon, putting the rough side out, because I'm going to put some more lemon on that side. Let's not move it around too much. Again, when it's still warm, it's still a little delicate, so you don't want to crack your cake. Okay, so now we're going to scoop more lemon filling over the top part of your cake and equally slide this around. Now this is a dessert that my sister showed me how to make, and she had been making it for many years, probably 30 years, if not longer. I'm thinking it's probably a traditional Newfoundland cake, because lemon was very popular in most houses, and this is a dessert that every kid would love and would love to help you make it. So we're going to let this fully cool there now. This is what your cake and the lemon put together is going to look like. So I'm going to put it to the side, and while it's cooling, I'm going to show you how to whip up your Nutriwhip. Okay, so now we're going to be whipping our Nutriwhip. So it's, you buy it at your market. I'm going to cut the tip. I'm going to use about half of this. It's in a deep bowl, and I had the bowl put in the freezer for while I'm waiting to do this, so I'd say a good hour or more. I'm not going to use the full container, I just want to use half. And then start whipping. If you had a blender, it probably would be faster for you, but an handheld one should work fine as well. So I'm going to start blending, but it's going to be noisy, so we'll start blending. Keep blending until it gives soft peaks, and the bowl you'll keep in the freezer. Your Nutriwhip is in your fridge, like in your store, but keep it in the fridge until you're ready to use it. So I'm going to continue whipping here now and see how this goes. Okay, it's coming along nice here now. I'm going to stop at that, and this is pretty much it. You need some soft peaks. And I'm going to take the blender out now, and we're going to scoop it over our cake. Okay, I think our cake is cooled down enough there now, because you don't want for it to come off your cake once you put it on there. So we're going to equally put our whip over the cake, giving nice little dollops. Doesn't matter if it goes down the side. That's what it's all about. You want it just as much as possible. And you keep going like that until you've used all of your whip. And with the remainder of the lemon, I'm going to put, God, this looks absolutely delicious. Can have more on there. I'm going to put a nice dollop of lemon over the top like this. I'm going to slide it back into my platter. I'm not going to cut it yet, because if I cut it now, it might be too early, and I could chance cutting it though. But let's just see. We'll try it. Okay, I'm going to cut a piece of this cake, even if it's not ready. If it falls apart, well, that's fine. That piece will be mine. But it'd be nice if it's like fully set, and like you said, you could put it in your fridge for that. This is what it's going to look like on your plate. Absolutely delicious. So this is called layered lemon cake with Nutriwhip topping. And please try this with your family. They will love it. It's one of, like I said, our family's favorite. Quick and easy. It just takes about as long as it do to make your filling and bake your cake. So thank you once again for joining me at Bonita's Kitchen. Please share this with your family and friends, and join me next time for another episode of Bonita's Kitchen. You have a wonderful day.